Hello, everyone, and welcome to Inky's Yap Zone number 5, the podcast where you hear a stream of words shoot towards you. I am here with Lucas and SMG. How's it going, guys?
Doing great.
Going great for me as well.
Guys, we need some energy. It's Inky's Yap Zone. It's the best map in the game.
Oh, half of you just woke up. Okay, we don't have any.
Yeah, it's like I was in there naked till like 8 a.m. Like, give me some rest.
All good. all
We're
good,
all
all good.
watching NASA. You know,
yeah,
had to be.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I went to sleep at what, like, I guess like roughly 6 a.m. your time, give or take. So yeah, I wasn't up too late. So yeah, I guess first thing, right? There's a lot of different tournaments that have been going on, right? EUSL itself has like kind of finished, so that's just back in the past. First thing, I guess Clarion Corp Trials. You know, the tourney where a lot of lower elo players get a chance to shine, get a chance to play against other players similar to their level. Any thoughts on that, guys?
I mean, it's kind of great to have like a lower league in EU as well. Like, lately I've seen like lower elo teams scrum a bit in the EOS we see, which was nice to see. Because we do kind of need new players. But I think Smack can talk a bit more about it, because he's actually coaching a team.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. We had like KG ages ago, and then
Yep.
we had kindergarten, and then like nothing for a while. So it's really cool to see. Hopefully, some new players step up. I am coaching a team. We didn't qualify this time, but we were like one goal away, and I recently discovered that one of my players was playing with strike indicator on.
Oh,
So, hey, the training weights are off. Like, next one is all ours.
are there, like, did you actually get to turn it off?
Yeah. Well,
How did it actually
basically-
go? Like,
Basically, they were recording the VODs for us, and I was not VOD reviewing them. I was VOD reviewing a different player, and I was
no.
watching, and something looked different. And then I saw for like 10 seconds that they were like hovering strike, like holding it,
oh,
holding strike down. And I was like, wait, this is very wrong. But they were very willing to switch it up. They didn't seem too attached.
yeah, good to hear. Good to hear. I think like indicators is the one where it's like ability indicators. That's the one where more people are attached to.
Yeah.
I mean, you say that, but I have played with lower elo people like Byron, for example, on my team. Nefarious Deeds in EUSL. He also played with strike indicator for some time. It might have been on accident, but I did need to tell him.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah, on
man.
accident. I remember we
no.
played like one scrim for 1.5 hours, and he had it on. So
Yeah,
he's
I
on
mean-
a good way.
Hey, in my case, I've never really been a fan of strike indicators. It's always like felt slow. In fact, there was one time, right? So normally I play on my PC at home, but I ended up going to my campus's what is it, like PC lounge or whatever, and was like playing Omega Strikers there. I was like, why do I feel like I'm on like 100 ping? And then I realized I had strike indicators on.
Yeah.
Right, that shows something else. Anyway, right. Also wanted to mention about my own control scheme. I've been kind of flipping back and forth a lot between like ability indicators and like indicators off. Lately, I've been playing indicators off, and I feel like I've started to improve a little bit. But at times, I've also been gapped a little bit by my internet connection, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, personally, I just use like indicators off. I just like being faster. I think,
Yeah.
I mean, ability indicators is definitely more reasonable to use than strike indicator. I don't think there's an argument for that one. And I know, like, I think Bond said in the past that he runs like different control schemes on different characters. Like, I think
Yeah.
on like Luna he'll run indicators, which is
Yeah, he said
interesting,
Luna
but-
and Kai.
yeah.
That's a weird one to me, though.
He said it's made like if he could, he would turn it off for Barrage and keep it on for
Yeah,
Giga
okay.
Blast.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, but
So.
I don't know. I'm stuck in my ways. I'm an old man now at this point. I'm not changing.
Yeah. Lucas, what are you running with right now?
I mean, I've never played with indicators on, like, since the day I started. I mean, I'm kind of used from it to it from League, right? I need to remember, like, ranges fast, so I just kind of hate playing with indicators because I don't really like the delay, and I know the ranges either way, so it doesn't really make sense to play with them for me.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. I mean, in my case, right, like before I started playing OS, I had about 5 years in League, right? I mean, at this point, I have like I started League in 2015, right?
Rookie
Started
number.
OS in like 2020, right? But yeah, so I don't know why I could never get the hang of indicators off. I always needed my indicators on in OS for like a long time. And I was also playing like MOBA until 2022 as well. And then at that point I swapped over to WASD. And then ever since then, like I've been swapping between like indicators off and indicators on. Lately though, like I originally felt like, okay, you know what? I need to play my indicators on. Let me get better at my ranges. And I feel like playing indicators on actually started helping me get used to and learn Aimee and Estelle to like a competent enough level. And now that I'm playing indicators off, I no longer feel as lost as I used to on those characters.
I mean, I guess if you have trouble like memorizing the ranges or like getting a feel for it, could help just seeing them. But I feel like in the long run, having them on just kind of makes you worse because there is a bit of delay.
Yeah, I also noticed it recently, right? Where like I've actually now been able to do the Aimee KO combo a little more consistently with indicators off. I mean, I say that, I'm also not a very KO focused player. I'm just raw core control gameplay for me. But when I have had to KO, like it's so much easier with indicators off.
Yeah, I think on Aimee it's pretty rough to play with indicators. I feel. I don't know. I think if you're like playing it properly, like if you have indicators on, sometimes I feel like you'd be forced to make predictions instead of reacting, which is I wouldn't say optimal on the character a lot of the time.
Yeah, that's the other thing. A lot of my playstyle like centers around predictions too.
Aimee players when they predict the core randomly being on the opposite side of the field, so they leave the defense.
The core will surely randomly teleport to opposite sides. Yeah, let's dash there.
Yeah. I mean, a part of it comes from me being like a Juno one trick for the longest time, bro.
I mean, I guess that it makes you expect like random shit because those blobbles, like, they are unpredictable.
Yeah. Hey, all I'm saying is, so I started off as a Juno goalie main back in like 2020, right? And then I kept, you know, playing a lot of Juno, and then I swapped over to Juno forward, I think sometime early 2022. And then like towards the end of Alpha, yeah. What?
Like midfield or forward?
Sorry, midfield.
Okay, okay.
Right? No, not non-goalie Juno, right? But you know how solo queue Juno is. It's like it's weird, right? Yeah. It's like half midfield, half forward. Anyway, I swapped over to that, and I will say, wait. So question, did you guys both play in beta or no?
I did.
I played until gold to get the Atlas skin.
Okay. So you guys remember like creator of durable things and creator of large things, right?
Yeah. Kinda.
Okay, well it's basically like Monu and Timeless in a way, right? Back in the day, most Juno players at the start used to just pick those two, and then like rapid fire or something like that. See, I'm gonna say it. I was one of the first, if not the first, Juno player to actively play with crossover, aka slick kicks. So hey, that's just my claim to fame. But hey, everyone can just hit me with a nice old emote if they want.
I can tell you, I have not played a single game without crossover in beta. I think that shit was needed. So good. Yeah. I mean, it's like slicks, but you can use it on a goalie.
I didn't even learn what the things did. I literally opened Alex2704 stream, looked through his mod to look at what build he played, and then picked the Honkai. What next?
I remember there was one guide. There was like one website where there were like awakening guides, and I used to go on that as well at the beginning.
The Gunner 62 document, right?
It was a document. It was a website.
Oh, it's a
but I don't
website.
remember
Oh,
what.
okay, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know if that even still exists. I don't remember the name.
Because I remember back at like the start of beta, we had the Gunner 62 document, right? Because like that guy, like he was like actively streaming with like 400 viewers or something like that concurrent on like launch, right? And then like he made this document with like builds for everyone, like, oh yeah, this type of forward build, this type of goalie build, like whatever, and like he would consult other top players too. Like I'm not even gonna like be ashamed of it. I use that document a bunch, like when I was playing.
I mean, the only document I remember is the Coach Yoki one.
Coach
To be
Yoki
honest,
one.
like
Yeah.
actually we recently looked
Yeah.
at that and let me
It's
just
so
like
bad.
it was really early, so it's understandable. But some of the awakening choices
Yeah.
on characters were.
This was the one on
interesting.
launch, right?
Oh yeah, season
Yeah.
1.
Yeah,
Like
season 1
a
document.
week after season 1.
I
Yeah.
remember one of them was like Rasmus forward, like S tier specialized training, B tier quick strikes.
No, it was on it was on Rasmus. It was a do not pick, or like only if you have to pick quick strikes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Hey, nowadays we have the piss minus document. That's still a little outdated, but it's not terrible. Okay, it's not amazing, but it's not terrible.
Honestly,
I-
I just think tier lists for draft are like 90, no, like 80% useless. Like,
I mean, yeah, it's really like conditional.
If
what
anyone
you
wants to
pick.
take a look, yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, this is like just by different characters, right? Or sorry, different players. They just like submit their list.
If I don't see like peak performance FOF and stacks on ST on every
Okay, but also
character,
look at the
wrong.
dates. The dates are also here.
Yeah, okay. 2023 is the first one I see. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, some of
Wait.
it's kind of outdated,
Alright.
huh?
A little bit. But yeah.
yeah.
But SMG, how does drafting go for your team, the one you're coaching, by the way? Like, how is the low elo drafting?
I mean,
Yeah.
the only thing I told them, like, hey, pick whatever character you want, pick whatever map you want. I'm not like in VCs when they do draft and stuff. The only thing I told them is pick speed. That's it. If I ever see them pick like an awakening over a speed awakening, they get shot.
I mean,
That's it.
I mean that's fair. I'm an avid Among Titans enjoyer on Julie.
Yeah.
That shit is broken as fuck. If you don't pick it, you lost. It feels like 99% of the time.
I will also say
And-
I'm a little brain rotted by Among Us as well.
It's a bit crazy. The only time I don't go it is when I'm on an A and I need to deny hotshot because that shit is unplayable against.
Yeah, no, I feel you, bro.
To be fair,
Like
I did
that
tell
was
them,
even like I'm on NA2 and I had okay ping, and that was also miserable in the game I was playing before this because wow, they had, well, to be fair, their IME had stupid, like, disturbing damage, right? It was what, Super Surge, Deadeye, Heavy Impact. But then on top of that, the Juno had Hot Shot. So I'm like, okay, we lose core control, we lose damage. How can win?
the only speed awakening I actually told them was okay for them to not pick. It was actually Among Titans, even though it's like you get OP.
It messes up your strike radius a bit.
Yeah, if you're like a fat diamond player, you're probably struggling more on the strikes. So
Yeah, like me.
and I
Notable
think,
plat diamonds.
I think speed is also like it's OP for covering range, but like it's OP in strike wars because you can just micro position so easily with the speed, but like
Yeah.
flats diamonds, like they don't really micro position, so it doesn't
Yeah,
really
that's fair.
help so much. Yeah, but hey, everyone lock in, register. Next qualifier this Friday. I mean, one spot's already taken by my team, but there's one left to claim. Okay, could be yours.
That's true. Honestly, in case there are any folks watching here that aren't in typical high elo crew and you haven't signed up for Clarion Corp Trials, get to that Friday for the second selection, right? And the final selection will be, I believe, the 22nd, which I think is the Saturday after that. Yeah. That sounds about right.
Something like that.
Yeah, I guess next thing we can really talk about, right, is the Clarion Corp Experiments. That was a pretty fun tourney that happened recently. I'll admit, I only like know of roughly how this like format was supposed to happen. You guys probably have a much better idea of how it went.
Maybe Lucas, you can yap that. Like talk about trials.
I mean, I would say it was a pretty fun tournament overall. Like, it was basically it was a Nemesis draft, so we could only pick every character once, like per team, and it was a round robin, so it was 7 rounds, and so you played the whole cast at the end. And to be honest, it was pretty fun to play on that tournament because I could pick all my wacky stuff for once, but yeah. I don't know. It was interesting to see for sure, like what teams cook up in the drafting. You got the Awakenings beforehand as well, so you would actually needed to think about your comp a bit for once, because it like affected the matches later on.
Yeah, some teams definitely did that before 10 minutes before
Yeah.
the tourney started.
Yeah, some teams did that 10 minutes before tourney start.
It wasn't even like 10 minutes before. Like, one of the teams, won't name any
It was 10
names,
minutes
but,
off. Luna.
they literally pinged me like, SMG, come help do our draft for us, please. While we're signing up for the match. Like,
Yeah, and we were 5 minutes.
Yeah,
in the
funny
tournament
little
already.
thing is no team actually ended at 7-0, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like Flight of the Phoenix could have made it, but Team Windows
Windows
was
are
kinda
terrible
too
team.
good. Yeah, Windows just went 2-0 in the beginning. The first game was against TMCT, which they won, and second game was against Flight of the Phoenix, which is Azahino Sakayuki, and they won both of them, which was surprising to say the least when we played the tournament.
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
super
no,
interesting.
funny thing is, just looking at this, right? Flight of the Phoenix beat literally everyone else in the top 5, and they lost to number 6 and number 7.
I mean, to be fair, I've heard some rumors that number 7 played against like an Atlas goalie 5 times or something like that, and they weren't too happy about that one.
Yo, they played Doomer against us. Listen, every team is coping. Every team is like, yo, all the other teams played their best picks against us. Like,
Yeah, something Matt doesn't add up. I don't know.
4 times versus Atlas goalie, and we had 2 teams playing their one trick versus us. Yeah, Venom.
Yeah.
I think
Whatever.
like Windows are like a stronger team than people expected, and in this it was like you had to be tactical. So realistically, like there were times where you were just playing your throwaway comp basically for all of your worst characters. So potentially, like people were considering Windows to be a team that they could pick the throwaway stuff against, and it ended up backfiring.
Yeah, like we for example had a match where we played the super good comp, a Vice, goalie, Octavia midfield, and Luna forward.
Yeah.
We can't play this
terrible.
character.
That's like 2/3 of a that's like 2/3 of a Cosmic Calamities comp.
Speaking of that, we played our comp wasn't actually that bad. I think it was like, well, it's not great, but it was like Vice Estelle Drek, but basically that was like the hot shot start, and they picked Juno.
Okay, that's like
Rune.
2/3 of a TMCT comp.
They picked Juno Rune on the hot shot start.
Oh.
And Atto was like, I'm playing Strike Shot Vice. So he locked it in. We didn't win
Nice.
the game, but midway through, he was like, maybe I could have picked the jet button.
Oh man.
I mean, that start was pretty interesting too, because it was Hotshot among Titans, and Hotshot is so bait. Any team that picked Hotshot, sorry, you're Giga Griefers, especially TMCT. I hope Cookies is in the chat. Sauce in the VC, you guys are Griefers for picking Hotshot. You got baited.
Among Titans is so weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, very true. In fact, didn't we see like a full Among Titans yesterday in NASA? I don't remember. Maybe.
I think.
But yeah.
There was.
We'll get to NASA later anyway, right? So, Yeah, I think overall Clarion Corp experiment pretty successful. Would you play in it again if something like that happened again?
For
Yeah.
sure, yeah. It was
I
pretty
would-
fun. Like we had some starting problems, I would say, because we were talking about the map pool, and at the start the
Mhm.
maps were supposed to be completely random, and some teams, like including me, tried it out in scrims, and then we ended up drafting a comp because it was extra special start, and we went full damage, and we ended up on Arton City, which was rough to play
Oh.
to say the least.
Yeah.
But Luki Wada, we were able to talk with him, so like, thank God he changed that up. So the tournament rules kind of got changed like one day before it happened.
Yeah, there were a
Yeah.
lot of hiccups with the tournament rules. I don't want to go into it like too in depth, but I'll just say like a lot of discussions were happening. At least I didn't participate that much in it. I just like said my piece and left because I already have other like stuff I need to like work on. So I'm like, okay, this is what I think. All right, deal with it. So yeah, and then looks like it was dealt with, and in general, people seem to be happy.
Yeah. Luki
Yeah, I
Wada
like-
did a great job at the end. Like he listened to every like complaint and fixed like the things that the players weren't happy with, which made the tournament pretty good.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
now, actually, about what? Sorry, what were you gonna say, SMG?
I was just gonna say, I definitely like making the change to make it 2 map pools was definitely a good idea from him.
Yeah.
Even though it resulted in me playing Inky's versus Phoenix and Athen versus TMCT nightmare rotation.
Oh yeah.
It was definitely a good change.
I mean, I did end up playing against Vice X and Rune on Night Market against Phoenix, so that was also an
Yeah,
experience.
I ended up playing it's Mako now X on Taiko against a certain
Oh
team.
yuck.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly who.
Yeah,
that
I
was.
also don't remember that
Yeah,
team.
yeah. I don't
Thank
know.
God Atlas wasn't picked in that game, though. That
Yeah,
would've been horrendous.
Thank God. Then he held it down.
We needed
Yeah.
held it down.
You know, shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, no, I was gonna talk about Venom mentioning, yeah, no, Among Titans starter and you don't go triple Among Us. Should you be you should be investigated for match fixing. I agree with that in general. Now, one thought: what happens if you get something like Aimi Zentaro on perfect form start with Among Titans? Thoughts?
I would just go Among Titans. Speed.
I would just go Among
Perfect
Titans.
form only works if you hit your ability. How can you hit someone who's way faster than you? Like GG. Game is
I mean, Zentaro can hit everyone, period, bro. Honestly.
Just
yeah, but
dodge.
just dodge.
Like
yeah,
like Alex
facts.
once said,
Yeah,
Centauro perfect form and just dodge. It won't be a problem.
facts.
Surely. I mean, well, okay. On that topic, real quick, right? Vaughn said something similar about Amizap. He was like, "Yeah, go red side Amizap. If your forwards have hands, just like dodge the hook, and then
I
like
mean-
you can play the rest after."
I mean, we did like to do that with the Nitro Live Fire team, right? And we left Rasmus open quite a bit whenever we could, and scrims as well. I would agree with Vaughn if you have the hands.
What are you
They
saying?
were
here, Lucas?
missing. They were missing.
I mean,
But yeah, I think it's like a solid idea. I don't think it's like leaving Rasmus open is as horrible as people think it is on that map. At least in competitive play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like if you have the practice playing against it and like you are paying attention, you're fine. Surely, right?
Most of the time, at least, yeah.
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 Hey,
You
if
could
I
still get like
remember-
hits turned into hooked and stuff like that, but
All
I
I'm
remember-
saying for all the solo queuers here, leave Rasmus open on Imizap.
I think I remember
solo
like
queue don't
Sad
do
Boys
that.
and Demons. Sad Boys Demons played and Demons like left up the Rasmus and they played Rasmus midfield with Sad Boys and it didn't go like so great because Demons just didn't die, you know. If you just play better and more, I guess leave it up. I have thought like I do think Julie is better than Raz on that map. Yeah, because like You can always dodge a hook, but what can you do if you just can't cross the midline?
Okay, but do you know what's even better
Unplayable.
on that map?
Drakkar.
Do not say
sorry.
Jakar. My god.
Missile prop start. Drakkar.
You
Yeah.
know, Drakkar is just. I
Okay.
think Drakkar is more disturbing than Julie, bro.
No, I think Jakar sucks. I think Lucas
think-
is the reason the sad boys are out of Nassau.
Okay,
He
just
told them to
because I.
pick Jakar. He told them to pick Jakar. They did, and they lost.
Okay,
Like,
I want to
GG.
clarify. I told Belts to pick Drakkar forward. I did not tell Vaughn to pick Drakkar midfield.
No, that character sucks. Give one any other character. and
Yeah, I
they
wanted Belts
would be
to
on
have
player.
it. You know?
Yeah, but Bell's playing Zentaro. Like, they just,
I mean,
they
that's a
just
fair
put shot
argument.
on Drake.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
Drakkar Zentara is. It's not okay. It's not terrible, but yeah.
Drakkar should have been half forward. Is all I'm saying.
Oh
They would have won.
man.
I don't actually remember how that draft like worked, but I think they got Atlas right, but like they ended up playing into IME X, which is like
Yuck.
yeah,
Yeah.
a bit rough. I think like in theory it's like X is OP, but in theory it's alright to trade like X for Atlas often. I feel,
Yeah.
but they shouldn't get like they traded Atlas for like X IME, which I don't think is worth. Especially because
What starter was it even? It was missile prop, right? And
I don't actually remember.
Which game was this?
This is the second game
Night
night market.
yeah.
Yeah.
I could probably find that if you give me like 1 minute. If you guys want to keep yapping.
But
Yeah, I don't know, like also considering that like on Bozo Bunch, right? You have Bread too. I don't think is like he's not like a Atlas player. Like he's kind of based. He just sticks to like his picks, you know, like the Finney Rasmus. I think he was playing now that game, but like I think
Yeah, sorry. It was missile prop explosive entrance. Basically, the draft goes boys ban Octavia, Bozo ban Rune, Zentaro first pick answered by IME now, and then Atlas Drakkar picked for boys, and then it's X in the end.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's no I don't know. I don't like that draft. I don't think there's like a world where okay, on night market like you expect like Bozo Bunch to not want to prioritize like X or even like Julie. I think Julie would have been better than Zeb, but like I don't think there's a world where Bozo don't prioritize the X. So I don't see too much of a need maybe to take the Zen Power first, even on explosive start, and I would have just like, what can you do in the midfield like when I mean now are gone and you're like forced onto Drakkar like, and Rune is banned.
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, Drakkar kinda shotguns the core once and he gets Amy dashed on glitch popped. He's like almost dead, and then
Yeah.
good luck competing in midfield.
Yeah.
He's like just a bit too slow to midfield, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, night market is definitely like his best map, but still
I mean,
don't.
maybe Ad-Lab is better, but yeah.
Nah, lab is too open. I think. I don't know.
Oh, not Lab, Amy's Lab, sorry.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But yeah, in general, I'm not a big fan of drag midfield.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
I mean,
if like
I
enemy
feel
team
like this
gets-
is kind of like the perfect segue, honestly, to just start talking about Nassau, right? Nassau playoffs.
Yeah, let's talk about it. I mean, the big thing that I guess we have been talking about is like Sad Boys out, which is
Yep.
crazy. Like their lowest
Yeah.
placement of all time, first time not top 3. Like even though they were like 6th place, in regular season, it was like my thought was, you know, they were rough like early season. I think they've said like they kind of took
Again,
a
part of the
break and then
time
came
they
back.
just like had to sub people in, right? like half the time they had the man, the myth, the legend, lock-in shake-shifting, Ryan shape-shifting in. Also, they had Mystic in as well, aka Tiptoe Joe, aka Sky High Henry. I think those are the only subs they had in this season, but there are a lot of games where they had subs.
Yeah, but I also do think that like early on they weren't playing great together. Like I think they they lost to, I'm pretty sure, Return to Form, like full main roster. It was like 2-1, something like that. And Return to Form, like to be clear, they were playing really well and they're all really good players, but on form Sad Boys probably shouldn't be losing that game, right? But even with them placing sixth, I was like, you know, they're kind of coming back on form, like in the later games in the season, and they looked like solid against Calamities. So it was quite surprising.
Yeah, no.
I think especially Belts looked really good in that Calamity series, to be honest.
Yeah, no, that's actually fair because they lost to Calamities earlier before, though that was I think without Bells, and hey, Bells was the difference maker here.
Yeah, he played really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was still kind of depressed because I kind of believed in the Sad Boys losers bracket sweep, to be honest. Maybe a bit of cope, but I just believed in it. But
I mean,
sadly, it
see,
didn't happen.
part of me is like, it's unfortunate, but the other part of me is kind of happy for Bozo because this is Gret's last season. He's retiring from competitive OS after this.
Is like the reason public is that known?
He posted a whole like paste bin document about it. He said he did end up writing it. It's in Westcord Memoirs. I'll just like put it in Prod Studio real quick. Production Studio. There we go. Yeah, so it's a long like paste bin. So just read it afterwards.
Any TLDRs of this?
Okay, so basically he just kind of recounted his whole like story of, yeah, okay, I was originally like I played a little bit in beta and stopped, I came back, and then he was a frequenter of meta chat where he met like that's where he met Dropletto and the original goalie for Bozo Bunch, Fem Bison. And then Fem Bison went into retirement. Then they got Forgot, who at the time Forgot was originally a midfield sub for Bozo. And then he swapped over to goalie, started doing that. And then Gret also talked about, after a NASA season, he was considering leaving and joining Reburst and Appabug. I don't know what their like final team name would have been, but they were playing under the name You Gotta Be Squid and Me. And then he decided, you know what? I'm gonna do my last dance at Dubu Cup with Bozo, and that's the like miracle run where they made top 3, and nearly beat Demon's Raw and secured a top 2, but unfortunately for them, they did not. And then Gret was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep playing with Bozo. And then he kept playing, and in the end, he's like, it feels way worse to lose, and I have to put in way more time than I probably would if I had to play fighting games or something along those lines. I don't want to like put words into his mouth, but that is like more or less what he said, and he's gonna try hard more for competitive games after this, but he doesn't plan on leaving the community as a whole, just plans on leaving competitive OS.
I feel like Gret and Dropletto. I don't know what like midfielder they could pick up and have like the same synergy. Might be a bit rough.
Hey, I mean, Jay was looking pretty good with them.
That's true.
It's a different style than how Gret plays, but it was still looking pretty good.
Yeah, that's true.
And Jay is also teamless now, technically speaking. I don't know how, like, if Jay is really going back to Plink Plonk or not, because Return to Form is probably still going to exist, so no Moffin for Plink Plonk.
Yeah, we'll see how it shapes up. I don't know. Like, I agree with you that, like, of course, it was pretty crazy to see like Showtime pull up like last season and go crazy, and it's cool to see
Mm-hmm.
new teams. But like in my heart, I'm like, damn, Sad Boys,
Yeah.
like goes forever. Like
Now the other question I have
Yeah.
for you, like with how EKC was performing, do you think there was a chance that EKC could have also beat Boys?
when I watched the regular season, I was like, EKC are playing really well. You know what? Like in general, this method, the real problem is this method just sucks. Like Soren, Yao, like putting cuffs on the Mako, get them back on Ivy, in like an actual
Yeah.
real meta where you can play fun goalies, and things would be different. I think. I'm a big fan of NXZD. He plays on Europe sometimes. I don't know if like a lot of people know that. He,
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't
playing
know
like
that.
in Twitch chat.
yeah. But
Yeah, I mean NX is kind of a morning queuer too, so I know that at least. So I wouldn't be surprised if he plays on EU sometimes.
yeah, he does, and I always think he plays very impressively. I also, whenever I watch them, I feel like bad for Katsuna because like he's so good at Luna that it's just perma banned, which sucks. Like,
Yeah, I mean, apart from that night market game, but like that was
Yeah.
felt like kind of bait because it was like a Spark of Agility start and Siege Machine, and it's a night market, so the pick isn't too
Yeah.
great.
yeah. But then they left it open also like third game, right? But he didn't get baited into it. He just played the
Yeah,
Juno, but it didn't work
awesome
out.
Tycoon, yeah.
Yeah. This now Asher comp thing, even a bit like OP.
Now in general it seems pretty OP, can't lie.
Yeah.
I'm just.
I don't know how to feel about it because like now definitely feels weaker than before, but I don't think she's bad.
I think she's pretty broken, to be
Yeah.
honest. She looks
I-
absolutely disgusting in midfield. Like she cannot solo hold the midfield down completely against like 1v2 as well. You perma hit stun enemy forward. Here that isn't having fun. You hear you move with speed boost. It's kinda crazy.
Yeah, isn't it like 9 seconds on the secondary, 7 on the primary? Like,
Yep.
that
And then
is
you get
so
like perfect form and you have no cooldowns anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see
Oh,
it.
on the topic of midfield picks, I'm actually surprised there wasn't that many runes in the games. I expected rune to be like way more present.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Well, the thing is Rune was also banned a decent amount.
But it was also open a decent amount where he just didn't get picked up, which surprised me.
Like here, okay, let me just I'll run through the midfielders, right? Hold on. Nassel, S5, strikers.
yeah, I mean, I haven't seen like too many people.
Yeah, okay, so
actually
just
pick
look at the
up.
characters, right? Or like the players. Honestly, in my opinion, okay, Shionzu has a pretty good rune, right? Cardbox, I think he could pick it, but I think he would much rather play everything else, like, as opposed to rune. I think Kainoob, I don't really picture him as much of a rune player. Like, he plays like pretty much everything else as well. Katsuna plays rune. Gret, no, I mean Bozo was banning rune against boys, yeah. And Vaughn
Yeah.
has a rune. So in my opinion, I would really just say like 3 out of 6 teams I would expect to pick rune.
Yeah, I guess like a lot of teams are just more focused on getting the speed win con.
Yeah.
I think it's, I don't know, it feels to me like it's a bit of an easier win con.
Yeah,
well,
maybe
but-
it is, but I just feel like Rune is like one of the midfielders that isn't a speed midfielder and can contest with it, so it was a bit
Yeah.
surprising to see. Especially because I think he is like fine against now as well, so
Yeah. I think overall like midfields right now, top I don't even think I want to put now in the top 3, but I think I'd put her in top 5. Because my top 3 right now would probably be Aimee, Rune, and Juno. And then outside of that, it's like I say like now Estelle outside of that. And then after that, like there's like some Vice, Luna, Kai somewhere in there.
I think I have now like I feel like Rune is the best midfield right now. and I would put Amy now like somewhat interchangeably. I'd say Amy's a bit better, like because I think she's more versatile.
Yeah.
Then I'd have Juno, and then honestly, like Estelle's actually the most overrated character, especially in this region. It's
In
not,
EU,
it's
right?
just 'cause- yeah, in EU, it's just
Yeah.
gapped by speed. Okay.
I mean,
I mean,
Anyway.
Vaughn agrees with that.
for the 5th place, I would say it's like Kai.
I would
instead
say
of
Kaya,
Estelle,
yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
I think
Mhm.
Estelle isn't too far away though. Like she's still really good.
I'm still very much an Estelle enjoyer, but
I mean, yeah, she for sure isn't bad. Like she's in a pretty solid spot right now, especially with like Corona boost being rotated out now, so she can contest the other midfielders a bit better. But I still don't think she's like really good.
I just think people like imagine Estelle as like what Amy actually is. Like
yeah.
people will say like she does core control and damage. Like no, that's what Amy does. Estelle can't match it. Sorry. That's my take anyway. I don't know.
I just also think like Estelle is pretty like reliable when it comes to that, to be perfectly honest, right? Not in terms of the damage, but just like these setups, right? Because Amy has the turret, but I just feel like when you're having Estelle, your game plan is a lot easier to execute.
No, I just feel like enemy midfield gets like one or two, maybe two, probably just one speed, and unless you have like this cooldown reduction, like
Yeah,
everything
that's
you
fair.
need, your cooldowns are too long to keep up with it. I feel.
I mean, yeah, if it's like a hotshot starter, Estelle is like really good, but
Yeah, but then you just play Rune Juno, you know.
yeah, then you just play Rune Juno.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of the problem, yeah.
Anyway,
I still don't know where I would rank Octavia in that list though, because nobody in EU really plays her. Whenever I see her in an A, she seems really good. But I have like no
It's like
experience.
the Octavia
against
players
Octavia.
know how to play around everything else. It's just there's not enough Octavia players to kind of really judge the character.
I mean, yeah, in EU we got Llama, who like halfway quit the game basically. He shows up
Yeah.
for like tournaments here and there, and we got Luna, who's has played goalie in like the last 7 tournaments. So
yeah, we got Llama who pulls up after 7 months and is the best player in the lobby somehow. I feel like Octavia, I think is a bit underrated, but I have to play her more. Hey, I mean, speaking of NA Octavia's, Lucas, we did play like that one custom with Vaughn where he was on the Octavia. That
yeah,
was pretty funny.
it was not fun to play against that.
Yeah, but it was a close game. I mean, maybe the character's OP.
Maybe I think you just need to put a lot of time into your Octavia as well to get like a feeling for it. So you need to actually practice it quite a bit.
But you know, so we also we talked a little bit about the like for Nassel, right? We talked a little bit about like the loser side. We have not really said anything about like the winner's side at all, right? Like any of Show or Raw, right? Lucas, you want to talk to us about how you feel about Showtime?
Oh, don't
Show
get
EKC?
started.
I mean, in my heart, Shionzu, best midfielder in the world. Like, hands down. But yeah, I mean, the whole team looked really good, to be honest. Like, the Asher from Joker, Shionzu's now looks really insane as well. Yeah, Barcode holding it down.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna forget him for a second.
No, I'm not gonna be him. But yeah, I mean the team is really good, right? I mean we saw it against the like EKC in the EKC game. Like Inky's was like kinda close, but apart from that, Showtime won pretty convincingly, I would say. And
No,
yeah,
wasn't Game 3 like a set 5 game as well?
I mean yeah, wait, I think I mixed them up. Yeah, it was Night Market against EKC, right?
Yeah, but they also played
Yeah.
Inky's, and I think Inky's I think both were set 5.
Yeah.
The
But
Inky's one was set 5, but Clarion and Night Market went only set 4.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
Oh,
Clarion
okay.
looked really convincing for Showtime. Like,
You
I
can't
think we
beat them on
talked
that
about
map.
it. Like, we have like our little watch party during NASL playoffs last time with like 10, 15 people in there, and
Oh,
Showtime on Clarion looks insane.
I know
I
they're
don't know.
undefeatable. To be honest, I actually don't understand how they get now on that map every single time. I don't know. I actually don't
How-
understand how it happens. I've never seen Shionzu not play now on that map.
Yes, I feel like
Yeah.
in general, I think Shionzu played like 5 games of now this playoffs already.
Yeah. How does he keep getting away with it? How does he do it?
Hey, there's something NASA teams recognize that Nassau don't, right? Because Nassau keeps letting Shionzu get now, while on the other hand, Fire Maiden kept getting the now getting denied from him in NASA.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, I don't know how he keeps doing it. I'm actually really excited. Bond said something like quite interesting to us, which was basically like we were like, why are they playing like Inkies and where's Taika Temple? You know?
yeah, where's Taika
And
Temple?
he was like, you know, in Europe and EUSL, like I don't know, I can't talk for all the teams, but for me personally, I just want to play on the maps that I like. So I just say like, let's play Taiko, let's play Lab, like stuff like that. But over there, they will have teams that are specifically practicing and getting good on like more niche maps to try and contest with the top teams. He said that's kind of why like nobody plays against like the top teams on Taiko, because the top teams are pretty unbeatable on that map.
I mean, but then again, if you try to
Mhm.
get them out of their comfort zone with Inkies, and everyone is playing Inkies against them, I feel like
True.
this slowly it's becoming their comfort zone.
It's like
Yeah.
dark spot
I mean,
into
it's what
Octavia.
Taiko is already in EU, bro. Like everyone loves that map.
Taiko is
Yeah.
such a great map, but like Inkies isn't. So like I'm fine with Taiko being first pick every game, and I'm fine with Inkies being first pick every game as long as I don't need to play it. Like watching it is fine. I'm fine with that, but I don't know how they play it.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
Yeah, I mean, then also we had the Raw Com series too, right? That was insanely dominant.
Yo, when I gotta speak, okay? I went all in. I was a calm believer, okay? First game, okay, on the night market, like it was like after one set. I think it was Lucas actually. You were like card boxes on pummelers. I'm like, oh my god,
Yes!
what is happening?
Pummelers
I don't know. Like, I think like if you're gonna try and like maybe go for a more teased win against the team, I don't think it's gonna work against demons. But
Yeah.
I was a calm believer. I was hoping they'd.
I think Demons is actually a team that it can work against, right? You just have to like convince Gumi to play a little bit more for fun, and then you're fine.
Yeah, but they got 3-0'd while Gumi was like on
Half
enemy half
forward.
on Inky's. Like they were running like
Okay,
the
yeah, you know what?
Asha Inky's comp, and they
And
won
then there's also the
3-0.
issue: if he's having too much fun, then he'll beat you.
Yeah.
He's gotta hit that right amount of fun factor, you know?
I mean, if you think the enemy team is better, a bit of cheese doesn't hurt, but the demons look
True.
really convincing, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you guys have? Show or Demons?
In my head, I've got demons. Demons look so OP, but in my heart, I'm a big Joker fan. I want him to get the W, and also he needs to take some revenge on Banu for absolutely robbing him of the MVP. Like,
I mean,
Lucas?
I want Shionzu to win, obviously. Best midfielder in the league. Yeah, but I mean, I hope for Showtime to win, but to be honest, Demons is so fun to watch as well, so I wouldn't complain
Yeah.
if they win.
Hey, all I'm saying, bro, is in my case, I want to see a Show Bozo Grand. I want to see a 6-game heater Show Bozo Grands with a full reset. Right? Get out, Demons. Get out, boys. I want new blood in the house. And And also I think Show like has leveled up a ton over the past season and like even like towards the end of last season too, right? I remember someone was saying it at some point. It's always felt like Show has been a little ahead of the meta for quite a while. And I think there is a legit chance they just take down Raw here because if you remember, they looked pretty good against Raw even in regular season.
Well, I mean, Bro was playing with Snake in the net.
No, I think no, wasn't that
Wait, what
no,
was that?
was that with Snake in the net? I thought it was
Oh, was that against Sad Boys? I thought that was against Showtime.
No, you guys could be right here. Let me just
I'm
find to
pretty
make
sure.
All I'm gonna say is, Snake in the net isn't too bad. Like he's forced to.
Yeah,
to
it was
a bit either way with those
it was Snake in the net. It was Snake in the net, and it went to game 3. So I don't know. This
all
way-
good, all good, all good.
Yeah.
No, see, it was
I don't
Gumi on
know.
Rune, bro. Gumi on Rune is the goat. Also, Snake was on Mako, bro. Like,
Yeah, but last game he was on.
doesn't
Kai.
that character
they
kind of play
forced him-
itself?
They forced him to play a real goalie character.
I mean, fraud region for perma picking Atlas and Mako, can't lie. Like, can we get some real picks, please? Give me
Yeah.
like A,
I mean,
Yeah.
give
can we-
me Loot,
can-
or give me Vice.
Like, pray to Aesop, just please smite down Atlas. Just
Yeah, give him like
Mm.
50 seconds on secondary or something like that, and like 20 seconds on primary.
maybe 55. I don't know.
Yeah, but you only have that cooldown when you use the ability in your goal zone. I think that's what you
Okay,
you can
that's so real.
You can forward midfield.
No. Yeah, basically, like, you get your cooldown half refunded if you're across the midfield line.
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be peak.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You'd have aggressive Atlas goalies too, bro. The Atlas goes up across the midfield line, pops the secondary, and it's good. Yeah,
if Atlas is picked and played like that in goal, I'm not complaining. But
that's true.
The goalie
Honestly, that is
matchup
true.
is a bit
Because
like
that at least means you can punish
Tuesday.
him too.
yeah, but like right now, the goalie box seems like a bit of a snooze fest for everyone with like the Mako
Yeah.
Atlas.
Yeah,
And if you're feeling spicy, you pick Asher goalie.
yeah.
Thank God I'm rotated out of this role and I'm playing midfield and
Yeah,
forward right now.
Yeah, yeah.
We got out early.
So are we actually curious, right? Are we seeing you on midfield or brawler next season?
I
The
mean-
goalie.
Maybe goalie because SMG has a
Oh.
team cooked up for me apparently. Maybe forward because I'm still trying to convince Din and Luna to play with me as puppies.
Yeah.
I don't like the thing is I don't know if Din and Luna are down. I don't know what SMG has cooked up, so I don't know to be honest. But it will
Fair,
probably be
fair,
forward
fair.
or goalie. No midfield this time.
Mhm. Yeah, that's fair.
Great.
Because hey, if you play forward, you could literally say that you have had 3 seasons, each of which you played one role for 99% of the season, if not the whole season,
I mean
in the
that would,
USL.
that would add up nicely with my tournament win on every role as well. So
Yeah. Would be impressive if you
Yeah.
ever made playoffs, but
I'm carrying every team to playoffs. Let's be real here, okay?
okay.
If you want to get to playoffs, you call me. I mean, I guess if
Yeah.
it's Luna or then I'm getting carried, but we don't talk about that.
Maybe we can look at this tournament that just got announced. Hyperstacked Extravaganza.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're watching, hopefully you're in ETOS. So take a look at that. What was the NA kind of version of this called? If
It was called
you-
Kudo, cranked up doubles open.
yeah, if you're familiar with that, there you go. So this is basically a modded.
2v2, if you're familiar with League, it's very similar to Earth. It's 2v2 Earth basically, right? Where everyone is insanely juiced up with cooldowns, speed, power, everything. It's basically like both teams are playing as and against a hotshot Juno that also has 1-2 Spark of Strength and Monu and has stacks in Fight or Flight. Like, just think about it like that.
Yeah, a lot of not every awakening for balance's sake, but a lot of awakenings
Yeah.
enabled 2v2, and that's gonna be on February 15th.
Hey, right after Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
This is the perfect duo tournament for
Oh,
you and
that
your
sounds good.
Valentine.
Yo, Lucas.
Yo, Snake, we play that?
Yeah, man. So,
Let's go.
but yeah, check that out. Also, check out the World Cup Battlegrounds, which hopefully will occur this Sunday. And yeah, sign up to the tournaments. Don't forget about qualifiers as well for Clarence Trials.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Tony's popping off. Listen, this is your chance to find your EUSL squad, assemble them.
Valentine. Oh.
Yeah.
My bad.
So okay. We got that covered. That's checked off our list. Quick other side note. This whole like podcast, I've been communicating with a scammer who's been trying to like scam me into paying for some art, right? So I've been asking them for a commission of Dubu and Rune kissing.
So when are we getting it?
And they're
Yeah.
trying to charge me $350 for it.
I mean, that sounds
Well,
like a fair price to me.
Yeah. Maybe
Hey,
300.
Like, maybe we can get them down to 300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put in a bit, you know.
And anyway, besides that, I also do want to personally talk about NASA playoffs a little bit, because more than NASA, I follow NASA a lot more. I mean, good reason, because I'm also part of a NASA team. Lucas, SMG, how much did you guys watch of NASA playoffs?
Okay, we were in VC together. We were watching, but like, Lucas was also like queuing NA at the time. I'm pretty sure. So like, I was watching. I did stop watching after Flying Blobos got knocked out there because.
Man, you missed cinema, bro. Oh.
I was just rooting for Fire Maiden.
Bro, David is the GOAT, man. Holy.
Yeah, I didn't see that series.
Both series, actually. Like, he was popping off, man. Like, he was next level. Anyway, right? So, first thing, we had PPL takedown Fly. I think game 1 was actually really close. Game 2 was a little bit more of a wash, I think. Then PLX versus Rose. Also pretty cinema. But one thing, like, specifically for PLX versus Rose, I kind of want to talk about it. Juliet versus Zentaro, right? That game may have been decided by who had the Juliet and who had the Zentaro.
Yeah, I remember.
Because
I
God,
like watched.
Zentaro
looked at
looked terrible in that series.
Yeah, I remember looking at my second screen and I perma saw enemy team dying to Julie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Actually, fun fact. The last time PLX faced off against Rose, we also played Night Market, and Miri Meg also got the Juliet, and he got 26 KOs.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. This time, unfortunately, he only got 8, but this time the game was also 11 minutes long.
Yeah, Miri Meg is always locked in when I see him play. I feel like he's like. There are some brawlers who, when I watch them play in NA, I'm like, why are these guys not in Nassau? It's like Miri Meg. I think like Katone is one, but I think he like retired.
Yeah, Katone retired.
Zay Forever, I think it was also a beast. I don't know. There's some people I'm probably forgetting, but like when I look at the brawler pool, I'm like, damn.
Fiery, bro, fiery.
Yeah, fiery.
Yeah,
sure,
that's
sure.
one that stood out to me as well. As a not NASA watcher, right? He looked really good.
I mean, to be fair, right? Basically, when they didn't make it, they lost to Modern Magic with Ron P and Forgot. So that's how they didn't make it into Nassau this season.
Yeah, I mean PPL, like Whenever I watch a tourney, like I've never watched a tourney that PPL are in where they don't like upset a national team. Like it happens every time. They make such a deep run. I don't know. They have the tourney gene.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
Cyberswipe is also another team that like does that too.
yeah. I hope they can make it make it to national next season. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be cool to see.
Hey,
And
who knows?
I like them Loom like locked in, not just the boring picks like I
The
saw
Amy.
on the
Yes.
Amy. And I know he plays like Rune goalie, the gimmick.
Yeah, I'm
pick,
sorry,
yeah.
PLX had to do it, bro, because we played game 1, Vaga was on Kai, and then like after that game, the team was like, okay, we'll just leave Kai to Josh. We're not putting Vaga on Kai anymore. Right?
He went like Atlas Asher.
Yeah, he went Atlas next and Asher game 3.
Yeah, I
Right?
mean, he was locked in though, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And also like Zentaro just struggles into that. And the other thing is like Mirimeg specifically said he kept on wanting like Julie into Mako, right? Because Luke just kept picking Mako, and like when you're playing Estelle Julie, like how can charge up secondary?
Yeah,
Right? Like it just doesn't exist because you'll just keep getting like shot.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I did, I don't know. When I was watching that game 3 though, which is like Night Market, I think, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It felt like it seemed like their mental was like a bit weaker. I don't know. They were kind of performing worse, I think. Than
Yeah,
the other
Rose looked
games.
so nervous and kind of like so like really just out of it after that game 2. Cuz like game 3, literally like okay, our captain Zay forever, he told us going into playoffs, play comfort. And game 3 we're like, okay, we'll pick comfort. Like in the chat too, right? Average Alex was like, what the hell is this comp they pick? Like, what is Asher Estelle Juliet doing here? Right?
Yeah.
And well, that's comfort for them, bro. Like Josh wanted Estelle, Miri wanted Julie, and Vaga wanted Asher. So
I mean, that looks like the most EU comp to me, to be honest. So
Yeah.
yeah,
maybe not the Asher goalie. Like exchange them with like Atlas.
yeah. But no, it's just we picked comfort, we won, right? And thankfully we didn't have to DQ, because there was a decent chance that if we lost that, we may have had to DQ. Because I don't know if we would have. We might have had like we could have scrapped something together, but I don't think so.
Wait, you guys have like 12 billion players.
Yeah. And despite that, we had in our final game of the regular season, we had Josh goalie, Miri Meg midfield, and retry brawler.
Yeah, wait. I think I read
Like
about it.
retry is like our third brawler essentially.
So
Weren't
you
you
need to sign
chatting?
up some EU subs.
Some EU subs. Yeah, we are all awake at this semi way. Like, no worries.
Yeah. Yeah, all good. I mean, look, I told my team as team coach, literally, well, what did I say? Yeah, okay. Good shit today. The thing we work on for next week is being ready to play. In brackets, clear up schedule. Do our best and let's raw dog the playoffs. No scrims if we don't need. Because PLX also hasn't like scrimmed for like 5-6 weeks, I think.
Hey,
Yeah, I've read that.
The
in, I
FLK
think you
vibe.
talked about it in Bastion slot. Like, you have like scrimmed 45 minutes or something because you couldn't find time.
No, that was another team. We didn't even do that.
Oh, that wasn't you?
Yeah. I think last time we scrimmed was maybe like before week 2 or week 3.
Yeah.
says he hasn't scrimmed once this season.
No, literally,
That's
like,
based.
no, yeah, I think, no, Shape, I think we scrimmed towards the start of the season, like, a few times, right? But yeah, no, like, Josh, literally, every time, like, he doesn't even play much solo queue. Like, he just comes, shows up, beats them, and then refuses to elaborate.
I mean, yeah, we got that. We have Llama Croft as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, this time, we actually did go a little hard, right? Vaga and Mirimeg did duo some games, and Josh did play like 3 solo queue games before playoffs. So we did do a little bit of practice. All things considered, that is not much.
Yeah. Hey, whatever it takes to win, you know, you made it through.
Yeah.
That like like PPL, PLX, like kind of, I don't know, like staples of NASA, I guess. Like always,
Yeah. I mean, you
always
see in chat, bro.
performing.
Shape
Winners
says
final.
exactly this. Every time I play with Josh, I ask when the last time he played was, and he always says, "Yeah, last Sunday for NASA, bro."
Hey, he's like me with with MLK. That's grim. Just pull up. That's fire.
Yeah, show up. That's enough.
Yeah.
Sometimes even that doesn't work during tournament games.
Yeah. Maybe.
Sorry, was sleeping. Unlucky.
Yeah. But yeah, no, there's that, and then like I guess lower side, right? Flying Bobos lost to NBS. I think once again, game 1 really close. Game 2 kind of a shutout. I don't know, right? Striker Kai is he knows what he's doing, bro.
I don't know. When I was watching, I was like, I don't know, no disrespect, but I felt like that relied on that game is like how hard Fire Maiden can pop off, like
Yeah,
to
yeah, no, honestly,
bring
yeah.
in that game. I don't know. He was playing like
It's like I genuinely
good.
thought that like Fly could be a real like top 3, top 4 team if they had Pensando Fire Maiden, right? Because Pensando is the GOAT, and then I mean obviously moved on afterwards to Modern Magic. And then hey, Fire Maiden had to try his best, and unfortunately it just was not enough this time.
Get them Pensado, Fire Maiden, and J-Man.
Yeah.
Team's winning.
Yeah, I mean that team is winning something, bro, honestly.
Yeah.
Of course I think like the Fire Maiden J-Man core does do a little better with something like the Mako to give them even more speed, but they can literally just have 3 forwards, bro. You have 2 mag soldiers and then a Pensando who's just gonna be jumping in and doing something. So yeah.
That was interesting to see. And then like the roast battles.
A legendary crash out, by the way.
Yeah.
The what?
A legendary crash out, right? They lost to like PLX, and then they looked really good against past game 1. And then David said, "I'm gonna play Kai," and he just styled on them.
I mean, Kai in the midfield is like you actually feel 1v9 if you get the build. It goes hard. It's really fun.
It's also like
Yeah.
if you win one strike, one Kai midfield, you feel yourself so much, and all of a sudden
Yeah,
you win
sorry.
the next five.
Pass was the team that scrimmed for like 45 minutes.
I see.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, David came into this playoffs with 45 minutes of practice with the team. Like, because he had not played the whole season, right? Because literally what had happened, right, is Tempo Melon played in Nasty playoffs while technically being considered the NASA starter for Pass, but wasn't informed of it. So they were banned from playing in NASA playoffs. So instead, Pass pulled up David, and he just popped off.
Who do you
Right.
have favored in that like loser side bracket though?
Pass Rose or what? Like overall?
Pass Now's Bureau of Strikers NBS.
I mean, I think between Pass NBS, I personally had Pass favored because of how David was playing, and honestly, like Mango's had some really good holds, and Coin was getting some like amazing plays too, right? But honestly, NBS is something different because like Assertive, she held, and Striker Kai, like I will continue to glaze this guy. This guy is really good.
Yeah. I think he needs to learn a bit about Elclus though. But
Oh no.
but yeah. Anyway.
Okay, yeah. True. To be fair, he is really good at egoing people.
Well, good. Listen,
Yeah.
Fire Maiden absolutely his father. If he had a bit of a stronger roster.
Honestly, I don't think I disagree. Like I think that's a fair
goes
statement.
both mode.
Because as much as of a Glazer of Striker Kai I am also a Glazer of Fireman because I love that guy.
Yeah, I remember the first time I watched, like I think it was like maybe him streaming, and it was like them and I don't remember their goalie. It was J-Man, right? Streaming against like Mystic Von Bells, and they were like, it was like close, but my maiden team was winning, and I was like, what is happening right now? Like, who are these guys? Why are they winning? Like, what's happening? But then I learned, you know, they're
Yeah.
pretty beasted up.
But yeah, I mean, in the end, right? Davey did not get Kai game 3 against NBS, right? Like, literally, Striker Kai, like, the day after, right? Like, he pinged Dave, or maybe it was after playoffs itself. He pinged David. He was like, "Yeah, you were the GOAT on Luna." And then like David was like, "Yeah, I played really like well on Kai, but like Luna less practice, something like that." And Striker Kai was like, "If I'm going out, I want to do it on Kai."
I don't know.
So, yeah,
I feel like
I mean, he is the Striker Kai.
After playing like Kai midfield and swapping roles, I can never play Kai goalie again. It's not the
Yeah, same.
That's fair.
the same. I'll do it.
I'm also very tempted to always go slicks on Kai of the Dome. Like, I don't know,
Yeah.
it feels so good, but Max is better, but it just doesn't hit the same.
I remember.
I don't know. I
when,
mean, Meg seems to hit for me no matter the character, bro.
yeah, me too. I don't
Yeah,
know,
but
it's-
if you play a speed character like Kai and you hit like that dribble where you alone hold the core like for 5 minutes straight and then you solo score, it just feels so good.
Yeah, that's fair.
I remember like back when I think it was maybe before mags were like busted 2 seconds, and like before everyone knew they were good. That was when like Firefight first released and like Quick Strikes was in rotation. That like Kai slick kicks Firefight Quick Strike is the most like OP
Yeah,
build in the
disturbing.
game.
I
And
missed
it's so
that.
fun.
We need that back.
I mean, never
no.
rotate in Quick Strikes, please. But it was fun.
Yeah, and I mean, okay, in the end, yeah, NBS did win out. So, PPL, PLX, NBS, guys, who do you have winning NASA?
I got PPL. Sorry, PLX
I'm,
coach Ether.
I am clueless, but from what I've seen, PPL looks really good, so I think they are gonna win.
All I'm saying, bro, is depending on who we have playing, PLX.
I mean, that's probably true.
Because honestly, like we had a really close series against PPL, when it was I think it was like Shape, Josh, Mirimag playing. Unfortunately, game 3, I may have helped the team into draft, and then we just lost like pretty bad game 3. But I think game 1 and game 2 were both pretty close.
You know how you will win, or PLX will win, if they pick offensive goalies. Like, that's aura points insta.
Facts. Get
True.
shapeshifting in it and get this guy.
Hey, all I'm saying, bro, is
Listen.
shapeshifting plays Imi, shapeshifting plays Estelle.
Exactly. Shape, like, you don't have the excuse of Von telling you what to do anymore, okay? Go in there. Don't pick
Shape
Atlas
also
Mako.
plays Atlas and
Lock in the
Mako.
army. No, you're not allowed to. Lock in the army, okay? Get in
Or
there.
if you want a free win, log into Kazan.
Oh yeah.
True.
Yeah, and I have no doubts on about like Miri. It's just like a question of how well can forwards connect and who the hell is going to be playing goalie.
Yeah. It's crazy that you can have, like, I guess, to be fair, we had the same with, like, Tripod Fish with a lot of crazy players as subs, but, like, most of them didn't plan on playing, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but having
for
a
the
lot
names.
of players who will actually play is interesting.
But not knowing.
Yeah, because I
who
mean,
the
like this season, right? Like Pineapple has been busy with IRL stuff. Zay got injured, so he couldn't even play. And I don't even know if he'll be able to play. We'll see. Like Shape has work half the time. Cows has work half the time. And then like Josh, Miri, and Retry are like the only guarantees. And then we just have to pray for someone else who can join in too.
Yeah, pray for a goalie.
Not knowing who
Yeah, like
can
sometimes
play
Vaga's
sounds-
busy too.
Yeah.
It sounds like the Eclipse situation where the Eclipse sprays every day that 10-man shows up.
Yeah.
Oh man.
5 minutes before our game starts, is 10-man here.
That's like half of Europe,
Yeah.
though. Like,
Yeah,
you were
it's the
up
players,
with
sleep or not.
yeah, you were up with them until like 4 a.m. So you gotta wonder.
Yeah,
Hey.
it's a situation.
It usually works out.
Yeah. I just sleep during scrims, never during tournament.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I think that's about good, right? We did our job. Charlie, anything else you guys wanna yap about?
I'd like to say, I think we skipped over experiment a tiny bit. I want to say, like that was kind of the first time. Like I guess I played ESL, but in weeklies, that was kind of the first time I tried to, like get a really like competitive team, and it was very fun. So shout out to Atta and Zoe for that one.
So SMG EUSA Season 3?
That's what I'm hearing.
Atta Zoe?
I think they're
Atta
taken.
Zoe?
Sorry, you know, not up to me by
Oh,
any
tough,
means.
tough.
Looks like they're taken. Unlucky.
Bro.
You know,
all
you know,
I'm saying
Lucas.
there, Vaughn says this again. Don't sit around waiting for people to come to you. You go into Team Dash Finder and make a post.
You
All
know
I'm
me.
gonna say is, I asked SMG like 3 times already who he's trying to couple me with as a team, and he hasn't told me yet.
Listen, you and me. I would really want to play. It's just unlucky that they're super locked in for a team, and you know.
I
There's
mean,
nothing
I
can do
just
about
saw,
it.
I just saw Simon
I
and
don't know what you're
writing
doing.
I'm
Yeah.
playing question mark, so
Why are you
I'm
trying to
not
force me to
sure.
play? That's messed up.
it seems like Atta is free, so that's at least one person already. Now you just need a forward.
Listen, if you force me to play, then like who's gonna help run EUSL? You know. Think about it like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually true. You can just do both at the same time, so it's fine.
No, I'm not slow.
Oh, actually, one other question. I know this is not EU, but do you guys plan on playing in Sony Hates Eject Button?
Yeah. We
Yeah,
do.
we actually are. We talked about it yesterday.
Yeah, we do. But listen.
yeah.
Our hope is that we can win the MVP. That's it.
Yeah, we are hoping for MVP
Yeah,
voting
we're-
for the 11 bucks.
Fully.
Hey,
That's it.
that sounds hilarious.
The problem
Yeah.
is, as EU players, we can't even play anything else that isn't eject button, so...
Yeah,
Strike
exactly.
Shot,
Like,
bro. Just play like Strike Shot Atlas.
yeah, but I was in VC with Luna and Lucas, and I was like, but if we played together, like, which one of us has the mental to play Atlas Mako Strike Shot the whole tourney?
Okay, or if you really want to get spicy with it, play like Estelle Strike Shot.
That's true.
That's... I like that one. I just hope that I won't get double Denver in a row again, like my last NA tourney, and I'm on 180
Yeah, that's
ping.
tough.
Maybe
Maybe
Luna
like
needs to.
Virginia.
Yeah, we need some East servers.
Yeah.
Central, when like we played with Sloth last time, and he was going like 160, 180.
Oh,
And he was on Micro, so it wasn't like as bad, and we were cooked because we were versus like a national team, but it was rough. Hopefully
Yeah.
we get the East servers.
Yeah, West servers are rough as EU players.
Yeah.
So fly me in for the next LAN.
Hey, if it's East, I think like the prices are not terrible. Which
Yeah,
like
but I'm
consider.
poor.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, we're
Considering the past stuff, right? Okay, like I was also looking, at least for myself. Hold on, let me find this shit. Because I am doing a little trip to Europe. Toronto to where are we landing?
that'll be London. Pull up.
I think Barcelona.
Do not land in
is-
London. Out of
Yeah.
experience,
It's like,
that place
I'm
is
not
not
coming to
safe.
London, bro. Actually, no, wait. I am like briefly, like for a weekend, maybe.
I mean, we did have like EU meetups. And
Yeah,
all
we
I'm gonna
did.
say, London is not safe.
Yo.
People were robbed on day one.
That's fair. Well, to be fair, I am meeting up with family over a weekend, so.
Thing is, like, if I went to like an NA LAN, like, not considering price, it would have to be with like some EU players, and I don't think
Yeah.
it's like quite very possible to get like a team of 3 Europeans to all go to.
Okay, I will
NA.
say, Sloth mentioned that he was considering coming to a LAN, not the like upcoming one, but maybe a future one. Imak also said he might. I know at some point Czar was trying to come to this LAN. I don't know, what happened with that, because I guess he's not coming anymore. Maybe, I don't know, but yeah, so it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, it would be cool. I know, like all of at least like the top players, probably everyone else in Europe would like really want to play in NA. Like personally, if I could play like in NASA for like a season, that's like the thing that would probably motivate me most to play the game competitively. Like I don't know. Imagine I don't know. It's like so hyped to me that you guys can just solo queue and then you just pop like with or against like one Kai noob. Like that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, that's like you guys popping into Alex.
That's true, but like one Kai noob won't tell us to play Drakar. Like they're not propagandists.
exactly.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
I would be afraid of one telling me to pick like Mako though. That's what I'm afraid of.
No, a lot of top players don't care too much about like what you pick unless you're like doing some stupid shit like Strike Shot Julie. But you can get away with that if your IGN is Strike Shot Julie.
I mean, listen,
Oh, strike shots in.
one played with us
Yeah.
on Europe, and like he already told Lucas to just stick to playing Asher.
Yeah, he
so,
told me
I
to
mean,
just play Asher.
already.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
And I'm not even an
when-
Asher player.
Yeah, he was playing into Lucas, and when
That's
Lucas
tough,
was
bro,
off
that's tough.
Lucas was off the Asher, like Bond's kind of his father, so you know. Had to be said.
All good. But I guess that's about it for us, right? Not much else left.
Yeah, been fun.
Okay.
That's fun.
Well, everyone, it was a pleasure to be back on Inky's Yap Zone number 5, the podcast where you get a water stream of thoughts and words shot at you. But alas, it is time for us to depart. Take care, everyone. We will see you back next week.
Bye, mate.